Hey guys, South African Chris here from New Zealand. How are you? And if I haven't said it already, then all the best to you for 2021. And let's hope this is a great year for stock trading. And you can see from my face, I'm a little bit red in the face. It's because I've been in the sun. So apologies for missing you guys yesterday. I have been trading and I'll tell you what I've done. It was a good day. The day before that, not so great, but we're still in the positive, so that's good. So rundown for those of you not familiar with my system. I use technical indicators to trade. I've developed my own software called MI Pro. This is what you see here in front of you. And pretty much this screens or scans all of the available stocks and checks for stocks that meets a certain criteria. I'm looking for stocks that are currently oversold so that I can buy them. I'm ideally looking for bullish trends, and I've got a couple of other parameters that I've set here for a minimum last close value, minimum max close value, volume. I want to see a certain level in the stochastics indicating that it's oversold, and once I've got that shortlisted, I run through these by adding them into my watch list. I just double click on them, adding it to my watch list. I'll show an example, and then inspecting those indicators. So every time I do that, it'll retrieve some information online, and it'll then show me, first of all, candlesticks, and it'll automatically detect patterns. So we can see on the 5th yesterday for me, because here in New Zealand it's currently 28 or 29 minutes past 8 in the PM. So and it's the 6th of January, so that means we're ahead of the US stock market time, so that's good. I get to do my research and my planning and strategic planning ahead of the open market, so that's good. So we can see here yesterday it picked up a bearish pattern called double top, and we can see that it's a very strong ADX value there, so it's a trending stock at this stage. And we can look at a few of these indicators here. So we can see, first of all, we've got a automatically plotted the resistance and support lines for us. So there's a support or resistance line here at about $100 a share, and we're currently trading on $84 a share. Now, if we, and these blue lines and the purple line you see there is the EMA. So EMA 18, EMA 50, EMA 100, and the simple moving average 150. On the stochastics, we can see, as we expected, that it's currently below this 30 line, so it means that it is oversold. This is a good time for us to buy, and I usually wait for that line to trend back up and cross over or get close to it, which is exactly what it's doing now, telling me it's a good time to buy. On the MACD, we can see that we've got the blue line, the MACD line above the signal line, the red one, and there's a bit of a gap, and it doesn't look like any imminent intersection at the moment. It's still open, so it looks good on that front. On the average true range, the ATR, we can see here what the stock is doing. So there's a bit more volatility more recently as opposed to earlier trades. Also on the relative strength index, or the RSI, we can see that very bullish behavior here, bouncing and trending above this midline of 50 and all the way at the top at that 100, I mean that 70 line, almost heading up to 100. So all of this looking really good. If I look at any historical trades that I might have had on this stock, I can see what happened. So I can see there is one here that was a previous trade. I made a loss on this one, so this is important to note. So I can also see what the conditions were here, so we can see what those candles look like, we can see where the stochastics were, and we can see where the MACD and the RSI and the ATR was at for the opening trade and also the closing trade. So it's saying that it could not find that closing trade, but okay, that's fine. So once I've added these to my watch list, and I'm not going to trade this one because I've already got a couple there on my watch list that I'm looking at. Before we get into today's trades, let's quickly just have a look at what happened earlier in the week. So there you can see Beam Therapeutics. I made a trade there and I lost money on this one. I've had a couple of losses actually, more losses than wins so far in January, but we're still in the positive because of the way I do my trading. So I always set my loss ratio, 1R, to a value, and I make sure that my profit ratio is always 2R or somewhere in that vicinity. So it means if we do 10 trades and we win 5 and we lose 5, we're still in a profit. In fact, here we've lost more than we've won, but there's still a profit, you see, so of $1,352, which is not super great, but it is at least not a loss. Now, let's jump back into the stocks and see. So I've closed off all of these on between yesterday and the day before, cut my losses, took a little bit of profits there as well. On Neo, did some good profits there. And on Adobe, I went short yesterday on this one. This was based off of what my machine learning algorithms are telling me, and I'll show that to you in a second. And I decided to trust and have faith in my system, and I went short on it and made money. And the same with Okta, went short on that one, made money. Went long on Blackline and Peloton Interactive. Those are still going, and so far they are yielding good returns. So my strategy is not perfect, not by any means, but it is getting better, and my AI tools that I've built in and the historical data that I've got access to look back onto is really helping me improve my trades. And this is what I want to show you, how this works and how you can also achieve this. Now, let's get into today's shortlist. There's a whole lot of these. So all the way over here from AAXN or Axon Enterprise down to Zillow Group Incorporated. Those are the ones that I'm going to be scanning through, and I'll just show you what it looks like. So I'm going to hit the predict button, and what this will do is it will check and get historical trade data for the past 10 years or whatever is available. If it hasn't been around that long, it will get what it find what it can get, and it will then ask me whether I want to take the current close price or the current market price if it wasn't pre-trading, or if there was some post-trading differences in price, or I can ask for the current bid price or the current ask price. Now I'll just keep it as it is for now, and I'll hit predict. And what it's doing is it's running through iterations, and it is trying to predict based on previous patterns and the recognition of those patterns what is going to happen in today's trading ahead of the actual trading. So yes, we are trying to look into the future, and we have effectively created a crystal ball, and we will see what this yields. So this uses the Microsoft ML.NET machine learning libraries to do the price prediction for us. At the bottom here, you'll see there's a couple of things like this R squared value. This just tells us how confident or accurate the results is according to the system, at least. And it says here closer to 1 is better, and we're quite close to that. The RMS value, if this is below 4, usually it's good, and we can see here the confidence level is very confident. So it's telling us we're currently at $122.30. At a low end, it predicts 121, so that's a little bit down, and on the high end, above. This to me is a result that I cannot use to trade confidently with, because on the one end it says it's going to be below and the other one above. So do we go long, do we go short? We don't know. Actually, it looks like it's a mix up really. So that's that then. I'm not going to trade that one. Now let's go to the next one here, Bill.com. Same story. We can see that there is a close price of $139.59, but post-market pushed it up to 140. So I'm going to click on that button to get the post-market price. I'm going to predict and say yes, use that price, and we repeat this process. Once I get to a stock where my predicted close on the low end and the predicted close on the high end is both above or below that trade price, it tells me, okay, we've got a stock here that we can go long on or short, and I want that to be, you have a reasonable margin between that, so it ideally not too close to the actual close price, but something that it suggests a very confident trend difference. So I'm going to run through this one and see what it does. We're almost there. It runs 10 iterations, and here we can clearly see on both the high and the low end, it's predicting that we are going to drop a bit. Now there's only 66 cents difference here on the high end, but on the low end we can see that there is a bit more of a significant difference. So at this stage I can choose to trade this stock and going short on it, in which case I can hit the trade button on the high end because we are going the opposite direction of bullish. So I want to say, all right, how much money can we make here? So it's $140 a stock, right? A share. So this program will automatically calculate your position sizing for you based on my available capital and some of the parameters I've set up in my settings. So saying the target price is $146.92, right? But we said we might want to go short on this one. So if we go short on it, where we're gonna put those limits, I forgot what the target price was on my machine learning. I should have actually made a note of that, but we can see here that it already tells us that there's an ATR of 6.05, right? Currently what I've got here is a range range of 6.92, so we want to keep it within those parameters. So we'd say let's set this at 135 comfortably. So $5 difference, we predict a $5 drop. We want to set a stop loss above that value, so you can see it's already calculated this here at a range of 3.46 as opposed to the 6.05 ATR, and that's a difference of 2.47%, which means we stand to lose $283.72 should we hit that stop loss. If we do succeed in getting down to 135, we'll make $410. That to me is not quite worth the risk and the trade, and it's not too great a margin there, and the confidence, at least from my end, is not that super. So I'm not going to trade that one either. So this is the process. I'm going to remove those from my list, and I'm going to move on to the next one. So let's look at CRISP Therapeutics. Right. Now, I'll pause here, and what I'll do is I'm going to run this process through all of the items on my watch list, and when I'm done, I'll give you a rundown of the stocks that I'm going to be buying today. All right, I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back. Right, so I've run through all of these, and I've done a couple of trades. I run the prediction algorithm, and these are the ones that I've come up with. So just to show you over here, the ones in black are the ones in trade. These ones, BL and PTON, are from yesterday, and the ones for today is edit. So you can see here that for my trading strategy, I've got in at 152, going along on those ones, at a purchase price of $75.50, right? So which is the current market price. And on this one, we set a target price of $79.20 and a stop loss at $73.50. On HubSpot, going short on this one, 60 of them, at the current market price, $382.03, and target price at $370, stop loss at $385.50. Palo Alto Networks, on this one, also going short, 90 of them, and we've got a target price of $342 and a stop loss at $353.30. And then at Roku, we've got, again, going short on these ones, $338.10 is that purchase price, or the current market price, and we're setting a target price at $325 flat and $342.50 for the stop loss. On Zillow, 84 of them going long at $136 a share, $142 for the target profit, and $133.62 for the stop loss. And finally, it wasn't on my list of my scan list, but I ran a prediction model on NEO, and it came up with a predicted target price of around $80, $78 to $80, which is very much in line of some of the consensus of some of the other YouTube channels that I viewed from Zip Trader especially, and some other ones too. Links in the description to Zip Trader, and the strategy that I'm using is a modified version of what Adam Koo teaches on YouTube, so links in the description. But anyway, for NEO, going long there at the current price, setting a target at $70 and a stop loss at $50, easy. So those are my picks for today. Remember, the stock market is volatile and could potentially be dangerous and could result in the loss of money. So make sure that you know what you're doing. Do your own research as well. Don't just watch videos and follow my suggestions blindly. You need to do your own research and understand that I'm not a financial advisor or an expert. I'm developing my strategy as I go, and I'm developing my software to suit my strategy. If you want access to the software, you can download it from the download link here in the description. Please like and share, and help me to build a bigger audience base. It'll be great if I do these and you find it useful, that we have a larger viewer base. But those are my picks for today. I hope you have a great day. All the best, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, cheers. Bye.
I like it.